Scene 12.52. Hey y'all, Artist Poet Girl here, also known as APGJamie, and today let's do some altered paper clips. So I've got these die cuts. They are unbranded, so you will not find a name of them or a link in the description, except for two, because I have a couple Sizzix that we'll be using, okay? And that there is one of them. It's actually a frame, but if you fold your paper in half, slide it in there so that the fold is just underneath, the cut mark there. You can open it up, and it looks like tickets, y'all. But I'm going to use them folded. Look at these little teeny tiny fish. Oh, and all the little tiny parts came cut apart, and then I die cut different colors so that I could reassemble them into different colors. Now, granted, I could have went with 5, 6, 20 different colors, but I chose 2. Pink and orange for that fish, and 2 shades of yellow for this little teeny tiny one. It took some time, y'all, to put them together, but I did it just cause. Oh, and that's a little punched out piece of black dot, and I'm going to trim those up and put behind the little eye hose on the fish and whatnot. Then those are book pages I cut with that same little frame thing. Okay, because I thought, I'm going to use a magnet. We're going to use a magnet, not an actual metal paper clip. So those are some tin toppers. I don't know what they're used for, y'all. But anyway, if you get them from the hardware department and they cut easily with junk scissors, don't use your good scissors on them now, y'all. And you can cut it apart and save your magnets will stick to the metal thing, and you don't have to use 2 magnets together. Just saying. And these are the teeny tiny rare earth magnets, which means they're real magnets that my husband found for me online 100 years ago. I don't know when it was, y'all. Anyway, they're teeny tiny. They're pretty strong to be so teeny tiny. So anyway, that's what I was gluing them on. One I used to tape, double-sided tape on. And the other one I used Aleen's glue, which you saw. Now this is just a little backing piece I'm putting behind the fish, so when I put the other puzzle piece back in there, it will have something to stick to. It just makes it a little easier, y'all. It might not look like it, but it does. No, it does. For rizzles. So there's that, and I'm just going to do it again, only a little faster maybe just a little faster. And that's just a fine tip bottle with some glue in it, and it's got a fine needle-like tip on it that has a pin that fits down in there to keep it from getting clogged. And here comes that other little tiny fish, so I make a little teeny tinier backing piece for it. I'm going to put glue all over it and do the same thing again. It's real hard to tell on my little editing screen, but y'all can see that it is 2 different shades of yellow, and in the end photo montage, you'll be able to tell for sure. Okay? Just saying, because it's true. And that's just my pokey tool. It is not an awl. This is a pokey tool. Anyways, just sticking them in there because they have to fit in there just right, and you got to get the right size one to fit in the right hole. I'm just saying, it's just, And how long did I work on these? I have, this one is for July, which was sea or beach, and I chose the sea. And the second part of this, or coming up towards the endish part of this video, will be August. Altered paper clip, which is an actual paper clip. This one does clip papers, but it's a magnetic process. Okay. So there we are. Oh, let's get a little closer. Finally, I know I can hear y'all saying, finally, APG, get a little closer. So there's our fish, and there's glue in each of those little divot things, and I'm just fitting the pieces in there, as you can see. Now what I'm having to do is get the end of my little pokey tool a little damp, and it just picks up those little pieces of cardstock, just like that. And now we're back to our folder thing that we're putting a magnet, or has the magnet and a little metal piece for it to stick to on the other side. And we're going to use matte medium on these here book pages to sort of make it a little more prettier on the inside. Okay, just maybe a little more prettier on the inside. So yeah. And here we go, and here comes the piece that goes on that side. Because I just cut them, I didn't make them fold. And I think I smear over the whole surface of that with the matte medium. And as you know, when you get matte medium on a surface, it deepens the color of it. It doesn't actually change the color, but it deepens it because it makes it wetter. Makes it wet, which I'm going to point out here with my pokey tool. See that little line right there? That's because matte medium got on that side. So to help resolve that issue of discoloration, I'm just going to go over the whole thing on the front side with the matte medium. Problem solved. Heat gun? I don't know. I used a heat gun. Oh, I guess I'm not going to show you. At least not to now. Heat gun, y'all. So it's a big die cut, and I'm trimming it down so it'll fit. Oh, and I'm making two, one for me and then one for the swap, which is it's a Facebook group swap thing. Oh darn, what's the name of it? I don't remember the name, but I'll put a link in the description box below, along with a list of handy dandy ingredients. I'm just trimming that other one off. I don't know why, because I might use it, but I never did use it. So now I'm getting out the Xyron, because these things are just so small. I don't want to try to glue them. I don't want to try to glue them. So I'm sliding them down in that little Xyron. I would call it a machine, but well, I guess it is a machine. It functions, doesn't it? It's just not an electric machine. It's a manual machine. Manual. So I'm just sliding all my little fish and my little waves and everything down in there, and I'm coming back to cut this other one for the second one. So there we go. And then I do my seahorses later, because I forgot to do them at this point. And I'm just rubbing at the little Xyron things. You got to rub them and smoosh them on there really good. Okay? So that's what I was doing. And here comes my little wave. Now there is a fish on there. I'm not sure if you can tell. It's blue because it's the same color as the wave. So I left that like that. And here comes my little yeller fish. Just going to put him down there. And here, I think I'm using the pink one. Yep, going to use the pink one. And I thought, well, you know, I kind of want him on the back side of that wave. So I'm just going to pull that up. And sadly to say, it pulled up a little too easy for me. So I go back over the outside of all of that with still just squishing it in there, because I want that little fish behind the wave. Sorta-ish fish. The waves and the fish were one set of unbranded dyes that came together. The seahorse was a separate unbranded dye. Okay, so see there, I'm going over that whole surface with the matte medium, and I do go over it twice. I'll come back later and go back over it again. So see there, it's sticking. The magnet is magnetized to the other piece of metal. And here's my seahorse. He's going on the back side, so it's kind of pretty on both sides, y'all. And I'm going to matte medium over the seahorse too. I didn't decorate him too much on the other side, because I just feel like he's the back, you know. And I'm putting one on the inside, orange one and yellow, because I had extras, because, you know, I had to cut them so I could get the different colors going on. So we're going to put matte medium on them too to help hold them all down. And here we go. Oh, I decided I needed to ink the edge, because really I wanted to ink the edge from get-go, but I just, you know, didn't get to it till now. And I'm using blue. And then, just finishing up the blue. And then I come back with a little touch of black just on the edges. I mean, it just adds just a little extra oomph, okay? And so that's what I'm doing right there. And here we go with the second one. I guess I'm just going to hurry up and show you again. Hurry up. Hurry up, nor faster. I don't know how long I actually worked on these. I really don't. Because I don't. See, there they are. Front and the back. And there will be a photo montage later. Okay. Front and back. Inside. Upside. This is not the photo montage. You'll have to wait for that because it'll be at the end. Coming up, we're going to work on the August, because I tend to do the 2 months at the same time. Makes a better video in my opinion. Okay. See? Sticking. Magnetized. Ta-da! Okay, so for August, it was, the theme was food or beverage, and I chose a beverage because I had this cute little coffee cup die cut, and I had those doily cuts, okay? Now I had to make these, paper clips altered paper clips a couple times, right? The first time something happened during the night, I don't know what, and I had to remake them. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Now, the thing about that coffee cup die, which is unbranded, the bottom of that cup is crooked. And every time I'd cut it, I'd be like, for some reason, I just don't like this die cut. Why don't I just die cut? It cuts well, it looks okay. Doesn't it look okay? And then finally, when I was, because I wanted a different color saucer from the cut, that's when it occurred to me. I'm like, well, the bottom of that cup is crooked. Because if the cup is setting straight, then the steam is going up crooked. And we all know steam goes straight up. It's like bubbles in the water. They go straight up. They don't go sideways. Well, unless something's blowing them sideways. But anyways. So I fixed it on that little yellow one. And I'm going to use that for my template. And I'm die cut the steam out of a pale gray color of cardstock. The saucer I cut with red, and then the cup is a red, white, and blue flaggish looking cardstock. Okay. Now I also have some 2.5-inch circles that I'm going to be gluing those onto along with the doilies, just to put a pretty little edge on there, because I don't know, because I wanted to. Okay, why do I feel like I have to explain that to y'all, Lucy's? So we're just going to be gluing it all together. And these are the ones that had an issue overnight that I had to remake the next day. So they were slightly different. I wasn't necessarily going to tell you. I was just going to wait for somebody to go, hey, how come the ones in the photo montage don't exactly match the ones in the video? But anyway, same process, okay? I'm just gluing the different pieces together. See, I was gluing the pale gray steam on top of the steam, which was red, white, and blue, which looked weird for steam, in my opinion. I just said red, white, and blue steam. Seriously? So there we go, and the cup is on the saucer. I just need to trim that one just a little bit. It looked funny. So, and I'm very happy with these. Oh, and I die cut a dark brown for the coffee, because this is coffee, y'all. This isn't tea. Right? And there's my circle. I'm going to glue that onto my circle. I'm smearing it with glue around. Y'all can see that. And I'm going kind of fast on this because this video is just I'm just going to call it 18 minutes, even though it's slightly under, but it's still 18 minutes, y'all. Long enough. Plenty long enough. So there we go. And I'm going to put my coffee in the cup. Here it goes. Just hang on. Coffee in the cup. Using that Cricut pokey tool. So I could get it all worked in there. Now I'm looking for my glossy accents, which I found. And I got to clear out that hole. Every darn time, clear out that hole. And I'm smooshing it out there because coffee's wet. So it's shiny-ish. Okay? So now we're going to do the back. Now that's the back piece cardstock. And there's my jumbo paper clip. They're about 2 inches. Jumbo paper clips are about 2 inches. So I just made a little mark. And I'm just making a tiny, tiny little slit in there. And it's just going to be ever so slightly open. You know, like a piggy bank. Only not near that big. And I'm going to slide the small end inside so that the bigger end is outside. I'm going to use some foam tape, because you can also build up around your paper clip with fun foam as well. It makes for a smoother joining when you put the back to the front, okay? It's way better to have a back, okay, because it's prettier, y'all. You don't have to do it. There's no altered paper clip law that says you have to do it. It's just more prettier that way, okay? So that's why I'm doing it. There goes that microphone. Oh, Lord, that's probably driving y'all as crazy as it is me. Lord, have mercy. Oh, so sorry. I apologize. But I mean it. So anyway, we're sticking our foam foam down in there. And I'm going to put the glue on. Should have pulled the back off before I put the glue on. Now I got to smoosh that around over here because I don't want to get glue on the front. Even though I did that, just later I do a little bit. But I'll keep that one for myself. And then there's my little doily piece. More glue on top. Not that I necessarily needed it, but I wanted to, so I did. Okay? Okay. And here comes the front. Now remember, I got that wet glossy accents on there. I gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Ta-da! I like them, y'all. They're pretty. And I made 2 of these as well. One for me and one to share. See here? Look close up. These are dry. This is the remake. They're dry. Okay? Okay. The back and the front, and I'm going to clip them on that same little card thing I had, just so you can see how they go on. See, they just slide on there, and the side of it sticks out just a little bit, but that's all right because I like that. It makes like a page tab or something, y'all. Just saying. And here's the photo montage. July and August altered paper clips. The group name is in the description box below, along with the list of ingredients and my gratitude, y'all. My gratitude's in there in a tip jar. Just saying, because sometimes I need help with postage. Actually, I need help with postage all the time because I send stuff out near every month. Just saying. Anyway, that's enough of that. And look at the coffee cups. Y'all, they're so cute. I just like them. I like them a lot. Disclaimer's green. Thanks for watching. And happy arting, y'all.